Come closer.
Help me! Someone help! Someone!
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Philip back with Thrifty PS Gamer Reviews. This will be the third time I've recorded this dadgum review, and I've had a problem with it each time. So let's try this again. This review is for Immortals Fenyx Rising. It is a story about a character named Fenyx who is on a quest to save the gods. And it's because the gods have got themselves into trouble. The video is going to start off with the opening cutscene, and as you can see, we have the Titan Typhon, and he is basically going on a tirade about how terrible the gods are and why he wants to destroy them. Now, let's be honest, within the Greek pantheon, the gods are kind of terrible. Like, Zeus, Poseidon, they're not just the greatest of the most awesome ever. They've done some shady crap, especially if you read the actual mythology on them. They're terrible. So Poseidon, Zeus goes down to Poseidon to basically ask him for his help. Poseidon's like, you know what, piss off, because you're the one that put me here in the first place after you took out my liver and fed it to an eagle. And then, there's some banter back and forth. It's kind of comical, and that's kind of the point of these two characters. You have Zeus, who's the over-egotistical god, and then you have Poseidon, who's like, dude, you always do this. Whenever you need help, you come to one of us who you've screwed over in the past, and we don't want to help you. And then Zeus makes the argument that, hey, listen, no, I need your help, because if you don't help me, the entire world dies, including you. And so Poseidon is like, listen, I can't help you. We need this person. We need her. She is not one of us, but she has a special power deep within her that allows her to wield weapons of the gods. And so, not a terrible premise. Honestly, Ubisoft has made games off of far less than that, if we're just being honest. This game came out almost 2 years ago, which means time has flown. It is $14 at GameStop, brand new. $13 for the PlayStation 4. It's super cheap right now, guys. It's one of those games that I am not really sure why it dropped so much. I know it got pretty much review bombed when it first got released. I blame a lot of that on the demo. The demo was absolute garbage. I played the demo in hopes of buying this game, and the demo was actual utter garbage. You don't get any of the initial start of the story. You don't get to see really any. It's basically a world on display is what you get. And with games that were coming out at the time, who cares? Like, if I had a choice between Miles Morales, which came out around the same time as this, or this game, I was choosing Miles Morales. I had a connection with the story, and I was good to go. The demo for this did not connect you with the story really well at all. And now that I've actually played it, and actually started from the beginning, the game is actually really good. There's so many things you can do in this, but it doesn't feel like a Assassin's Creed Valhalla that's just bloated for the sake of being bloated. Like, everything is clean and clear and concise enough to where, like, you don't have to spend 5 hours trying to upgrade your character or loot your way to magic. Like, the game is very generous. It gives you a lot of stuff, gives you some things to do, but they're always fun, so it kind of breaks up the monotony. You can go around swinging your sword, shooting a bow. You get an axe that acts as your heavy that block breaks and things like that. There's puzzle runs you can do. There's fast time events where you kind of, not fast time, time trial events where, like, you have to figure out how to navigate the terrain in the fastest way possible. You have to figure out what's the shortest way to get to your end goal and beat the timer to get the reward. It's really awesome. It does have some of the microtransactions that Ubisoft has become known for. None of them, from what I have found so far, are really game-breaking or earth-shattering. Like, sure, I can level up my character enough, but the fighting mechanics aren't so difficult to where you can't play it just all the way through without having to purchase anything. Obviously, if you're part of Ubisoft Connect, you can use that to purchase some other items that don't cost any money, just cost you some playtime. So I really, really think that this game got crapped on for just the season in which it came out. You know, it came out right around the time the PS5, Xbox Series X and S came out. And there just were so many other games coming out, especially for the PS5, where folks were like, I'm not really going to buy this one right now. And that is, I think, what led to the poor sales starting out, what led to some of the review bombing. I feel like the game did not get a fair shake. And yes, I know I'm defending a Ubisoft game, and I feel dirty even doing it, and I'm sorry. Like, I can't not defend this game. It is really, really well done. And I'm actually, I read a few articles and leading up, sales data, stuff like that. There's a couple articles saying that this game to date has sold 108 million copies. I don't know if that number's true, but if it is, wow. And they said the place where it sold the most was on Switch, which I can kind of believe that. This feels like a Ubisoft game geared towards younger audiences. But I kind of enjoy it. I really do. Not every game has to look like I'm playing as somebody who I can see in the real world. Sometimes I like a game that's going to take me out of the real world and put me into this fantasy, put me into this setting where it's a cartoon. Some zany stuff can happen. Some crazy things can go on. And you don't have to explain it by any natural means because it's cartoonish. So it's not bad. I really think that this game, especially for the price, is well worth the money. Let's get into some of the gameplay. I touched on it a little bit earlier. And yes, it is an action RPG. Therefore, you have a sword. You have a bow and arrow. You have armor class. You have a heavy strike axe that you can change the skins on, make them look different. The armor, you can collect different sets that give you different bonuses based off of how many of the set you have equipped. So, like, there's upgrade, I think, at 4 out of 5 pieces, and then 5 out of 5 pieces. So, there is a little bit of that grindy element where you go through and try to collect all these pieces, but the game so far hasn't made it feel like, oh my gosh, I need piece X in order to beat a boss. I think the gameplay was really, really well done. There is a certain part of it that I'll talk about right now that I hated. So it does have the tower crawling mechanic where, Ubisoft has become known for. Get to the highest point of the tallest tower and press triangle, and it does the thing where it unlocks part of the map and all that. That has become a Ubisoft thing. Like, that is what they've been known for ever since the first Assassin's Creed. And this one does that, but as where the first Assassin's Creed, or the Assassin's Creed franchise, would give you the ability to, that kind of unlocks all the hidden parts and all the things on the map, this one makes you do an extra step that I absolutely hate because it takes too dang long. It makes you go into a focus vision. Think of Eagle Vision. Makes you go into a focused vision, and then you can, like, scan the terrain, and a little icon will pop up saying reveal, and you have to click that. And once you click that, then you see what's there. And outside of that, you won't know what's there unless you want to explore every single square inch of the map. I don't want to do that. So I'll take 30 minutes and find all the little things that are around in the world. And then that just is freaking annoying. I want to do other things, but I want to get the collectibles too, so I have to spend 30 minutes trying to find them on a stupid Eagle Vision that has no bearing in this game, no need, when I've already climbed the dang tower and revealed the section of the map. It infuriates me. It makes me not want to play sometimes. But what keeps me coming back is the story. I have never, ever, well, let me rephrase that. In a long time, I haven't ever gotten into a Ubisoft game because of the story. The story in this is fun. The story in this is very, very well done. It's like they said, hey, let's take Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was made by the same studio, the same Ubisoft Quebec that made this game, and they were like, oh, let's add, like, Zelda Breath of the Wild. And you get this game. Also, we don't have a huge budget, so we can't put just a ton of bloated content in this, so we're going to have to kind of streamline it, but we're going to pepper everything to make it to where it breaks up the monotony. And guys, I think they hit a freaking home run. I'm going to recommend you play this game. Between the differences in the gods and the storyline and the banter between Poseidon and Zeus and Phoenix kind of being lost just like the player is, like, why in the heck did y'all choose me? This makes no sense. Apparently she's like the last warrior who could go and do this. But, like, it makes no sense, and she's kind of confused, and you're kind of confused, and it's really good. And you meet Hermes, and he's kind of your, he's kind of like your seeing eye dog, if your seeing eye dog stole everything from you, and you had to chase him and get it back. Because he's the one that kind of guides you through the opening parts of the story and kind of sets you on your way. So I really think that if you buy this game, you will not be disappointed. Try it out. It's $14. Heck, if you buy it used, it's like 10 or 12. Guys, get the game. Check it out. I have never recommended a Ubisoft title since Assassin's Creed Syndicate to anybody. And this game is great. Check it out. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. That way when I drop a video, you'll be made aware. And as always, guys, stay thrifty.